The 10 money mistakes almost everyone makes. Level B. 1. Intermediate. Let's talk about money in a simple and honest way. Most people think money problems happen because they don't earn enough. Sometimes that is true. But very often, money problems happen because of small mistakes that repeat every month. These mistakes look normal. They feel harmless. And that is why they are so powerful. Today you will hear about 10 common money mistakes that almost everyone makes at some point. The goal is not to feel guilty. The goal is to notice your habits and make small changes. Small changes can create big results after a few months, and even bigger results after a few years. Imagine two people. They earn the same salary. They live in the same city. They buy similar things. After 3 years, one of them feels calm about money. The other feels stressed all the time. How can that happen? Usually, the difference is not luck. The difference is daily choices. Money is not only math. Money is behavior. So let's start with the first mistake. Mistake 1. Spending first, saving later. Many people say, I will save money when I have something left at the end of the month. But at the end of the month, there is often nothing left. Life fills the space. Bills come. Small plans happen. A friend invites you somewhere. You see a nice jacket. Your phone needs repair. And your savings plan disappears. A better idea is to save first, even a small amount. Think about savings like a bill you pay to yourself. It can be 5% or even 2% if money is tight. The key is to make it automatic. If you wait for perfect conditions, you will wait forever. Some people are afraid to save because they think, if I save, I will have less to live. But the truth is that saving gives you more freedom. You worry less, you feel more in control, and you stop depending on maybe in the future. Try this simple picture. If you always save later, saving is optional. If you save first, saving is a rule, and rules are easier than daily decisions. Mistake 2. Not knowing where your money goes. This mistake is extremely common. A person opens their bank app and thinks, how did I spend so much? I didn't buy anything big. But small spending can be big when it repeats. Coffee, snacks, delivery, taxi rides, game purchases, small online orders. One small thing feels cheap, but many small things become expensive. You do not need a complex budget with many categories. At B1 level, keep it simple. You only need clarity. You need to see your real situation. Here is one easy method. For 2 weeks, write down every expense. Yes, every one. You can use notes on your phone. After 2 weeks, look at the list. You will often feel surprised, not because you are bad, but because you were not aware. When you know where your money goes, you can choose. When you don't know, your money controls you. And another important point, many people only look at big bills, like rent and utilities. But small daily costs are often the real leak in the boat. You don't need to stop enjoying life. You just need to decide what is worth it and what is not. Mistake 3. Using credit like it is free money. Credit cards and buy now, pay later services can be useful tools, but they can also be traps. The danger is psychological. When you pay by card, you don't feel the money leaving your hand. The pain is smaller, so you spend more. Also, credit creates a false sense of safety. You may think, it's fine, I can pay next month. But next month already has its own bills. And if you pay only the minimum, interest grows. Interest is like a small snowball that becomes bigger and bigger as it rolls. Many people say, I will never get into debt. But debt often starts with one emergency, then another, then a few months of stress. Then you are paying for the past instead of building the future. A simple rule can help. If you cannot pay it fully at the end of the month, treat it like a warning sign. It means you are borrowing from your future self, and your future self will not be happy about it. Credit is not evil, but it is powerful, and powerful tools must be used with care. Mistake 4. Buying things to feel better. This one is emotional, not logical. People shop when they feel stressed, tired, sad, lonely, or bored. Buying something gives a short moment of pleasure. Your brain says, new thing, good feeling. But the feeling is short. Then you feel normal again, or even worse, because you spent money. This is very common after a hard day. You scroll online. You see discounts. You think, I deserve it. Sometimes, you really do deserve something nice. But if shopping becomes your main way to feel better, money problems are waiting for you. There is also a social side. People buy things to look successful. They want to impress others. They want to feel like they belong. But most people are too busy thinking about themselves. They do not notice your new shoes as much as you think. Ask yourself one honest question. If nobody saw this, would I still buy it? Sometimes the answer is yes. Then it may be worth it. Sometimes the answer is no. Then it is probably only for image. A small trick can help. When you want to buy something emotional, wait 24 hours. Put it in a shopping cart and close the app. The next day, many desires disappear. And if you still want it tomorrow, your choice will be calmer. Mistake 5. Lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation means your spending grows every time your income grows. You earn more, and you immediately upgrade your life. Better phone, better restaurants, better apartment, more subscriptions, more trips, more small treats. Again, these things are not bad. The problem is when every raise disappears, you feel like you are moving forward, but you are not building stability. You are just moving your normal level up. Many people have a strange experience. They earned more than before, but they still feel broke. This is usually lifestyle inflation. They have more money coming in, but they also have more money going out. And now they have higher monthly bills. That creates pressure. The smart moment is the moment your income increases. That is the best time to save more, because you can do it without pain. If you save part of your raise, you still enjoy a better life, but you also build your future. Think about it like this. If you earn extra money, you can choose two directions: comfort now or freedom later. The best plan is usually a mix. But many people choose only comfort now, and later they feel trapped. These mistakes are also very common, and they often look normal. People do them for years, and then one day they suddenly feel stuck. The good news is that many of these problems can be fixed with simple habits. You don't need to be a finance expert. You just need to be consistent. Mistake 6. Not having an emergency fund. An emergency fund is money you keep for unexpected situations. This is not money for vacations, not money for gifts, not money for a new phone because you want one. Emergency money is for real-life problems: a medical bill, a broken laptop, a car repair, a sudden job change, an urgent trip, or any surprise that you cannot ignore. Many people live without an emergency fund. They think, nothing bad will happen, or I will solve it somehow. And yes, sometimes they solve it, but often they solve it with debt. They borrow from friends, they use credit cards, they take quick loans with high interest. Then the emergency becomes a long problem that stays for months. Life always brings surprises. Even if you are careful, you cannot control everything. And when you have no emergency fund, every surprise feels like a disaster. When you do have one, surprises are still annoying, but they don't destroy your peace. People often ask, how much should I save? A common idea is 3 to 6 months of basic living costs. But if that sounds too big, start smaller. Even 1 month of basic expenses can change your life. And if your income is unstable, an emergency fund is even more important. The hardest part is starting. In the beginning, the number looks small, and you may think, this is useless. But it is not useless. It is a foundation. Think of it like a wall. One brick is not a wall, but many bricks become protection. A good method is to create a separate place for this money. A separate bank account is ideal. If the money is too easy to see and spend, you will spend it. If it is slightly out of sight, it is easier to keep. And here is an important detail. Emergencies are not rare. They are normal. That is why an emergency fund is not luxury. It is basic safety. Mistake 7. Ignoring small fees and invisible costs. Small fees are like small holes in your pocket. You don't feel them in one moment, but over time, you lose a lot. For example, subscriptions. Many people have subscriptions they don't use: music, movies, apps, cloud storage, games, learning platforms, extra phone services. One subscription is not expensive, but if you have 6 or 10 subscriptions, you may spend a surprising amount each month. Then there are bank fees. Some banks charge monthly service fees, transfer fees, or ATM fees. There are also currency exchange fees if you buy things online in another currency. There are delivery fees. There are service fees in apps. There are fees for late payments. There are fees for using installment plans. There are also convenience costs, when you pay more because it is fast and easy. These costs are invisible because they are small and frequent. Your brain doesn't treat them as serious, but your bank account does. A simple habit can help. Once a month, check your last month's bank transactions and look for repeating small payments. Ask yourself, do I need this? If you cancel even 2 unnecessary payments, you already created extra money. Also, don't forget, discounts can be traps. People buy things because they are 20% off, but if you didn't need the item, you didn't save money, you spent money. The real skill is not finding discounts. The real skill is not buying what you don't need. Mistake 8. Not planning for big yearly or seasonal expenses. This mistake is a classic. People plan for monthly bills, but they forget yearly costs. Then a big payment comes, and they feel shocked. Examples are everywhere. Taxes, insurance, car maintenance, gifts for birthdays, New Year spending, travel tickets, school costs, dentist visits, home repairs, renewing documents, replacing clothes or shoes, and many other things. These are not unexpected. They happen almost every year. But because they are not monthly, people act surprised. This is why some months feel bad financially. You didn't suddenly become irresponsible. You just didn't plan for a predictable big cost. A simple solution is to divide yearly costs into monthly parts. Imagine you know you will spend $600 per year on something. You can save $50 per month for it. Then when the payment comes, you pay calmly. No stress, no debt, no panic. Some people call this a sinking fund. It means you slowly save for a future cost that will definitely happen. It's like building a small bridge before you reach the river. If you want to keep it simple, you can create just one category: future big expenses. Put a small amount there every month. It doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs to exist. This habit gives you a special power. You stop living in financial surprises. You start living in financial preparation. Mistake 9. Trying to get rich fast. Many people dream about quick money. That is understandable. Work can be hard, and life can be expensive. So when people see a promise like, double your money fast, it sounds exciting. But quick money is usually dangerous money. It can be scams, it can be high-risk gambling, it can be risky investments that people don't understand, it can be trading with emotions, it can be buying expensive courses that promise success without real skills. The problem is not only losing money, the problem is also losing time and hope. When people lose money on a quick plan, they feel ashamed, they feel angry, they feel like money is impossible. Then they stop trying to improve slowly. Real wealth is usually boring. It is built step by step. It comes from stable habits: saving, reducing unnecessary spending, learning useful skills, and making smart, long-term decisions. Think about the difference between speed and direction. A car can drive fast in the wrong direction. That doesn't help. Money is similar. You can take fast action, but if it is wrong, you go backward. Also, beware of social media stories. People show success, but they hide risk and failure. They show the after, not the before. They show the profit, not the many losses. They show the best moment, not the normal days. A safe rule is, if something promises high profit with low risk and no work, be careful. If it sounds too good to be true, it often is. You don't need magic. You need a plan that works in real life. Mistake 10. Not investing in yourself and your future. This is the most quiet mistake. You don't see it clearly because it is about what you don't do. Many people try to save money by cutting everything. They cut learning. They cut health. They cut rest. They cut tools that help them work better. They cut opportunities. But sometimes the best money decision is not saving. Sometimes it is investing. Investing in yourself can mean many things. It can mean learning English better to get better work. It can mean learning a new skill. It can mean improving your professional level. It can mean building a portfolio, building a network, or building confidence in interviews. It can mean therapy if you struggle with stress and emotional spending. It can mean health, because health problems can become very expensive later. This does not mean you should spend money on everything called self-development. Some things are just marketing, but the idea is important. Your income often depends on your skills, your energy, your focus, and your choices. If you don't improve, your income may stay the same while prices go up. Then life becomes harder. But if you develop, you increase your chances. You become more flexible. You can change jobs more easily. You can negotiate better. You can take better projects. You can protect yourself from bad situations. There is also another part of this mistake: ignoring retirement or long-term savings. Many people are young and think, "I will think about this later." But time is the strongest factor in long-term money. Starting early with small amounts can be more powerful than starting late with big amounts. Even if you don't want to talk about investing, you can still understand one simple truth: your future needs support. You don't want to depend only on luck. You want to build options. And options come from preparation. Now let's connect everything together. These 10 mistakes are connected like a chain. If you spend first and save later, you usually don't save at all. If you don't know where your money goes, you can't control it. If you use credit carelessly, small problems become big problems. If you buy emotionally, you create repeated regret. If you increase lifestyle every time income grows, you never feel safe. If you have no emergency fund, every surprise becomes stress. If you ignore small fees, you lose money without noticing. If you don't plan for yearly costs, you feel constant bad months. If you chase quick money, you increase risk and disappointment. If you don't invest in yourself, you limit your future. This may sound heavy, but it is also hopeful, because it means you can change your direction with small steps. So what is a realistic plan? Start with awareness. For 1 week, track your spending. Just notice. Then choose one simple goal for next month. Maybe save a small fixed amount first, or cancel 2 subscriptions, or set aside money for a future big cost, or pay off one small debt faster, or build the first piece of your emergency fund. Don't try to fix everything in 1 week. That often fails. People get excited, then tired, then they return to old habits. A better plan is slow and stable. A small habit that lasts is stronger than a big plan that breaks. Also, talk about money honestly with yourself. Many people avoid money thoughts because they feel stress, but ignoring money does not remove the problem. It only removes your control. Money is a tool. It can create comfort, freedom, and calm. You don't need to be perfect to improve. You just need to be honest, consistent, and patient. Let me end with one simple idea. The goal is not to become rich tomorrow. The goal is to become stable next year. The goal is to feel less fear. The goal is to have choices. And choices come from habits. If you listened to this and recognized yourself in some mistakes, that is normal. Most people do. The important thing is what you do next. Choose one small change. Start today, and let time help you.